after a boom first term by the Cats. Can the Dogs stop it? Let's hope so, and provide a grand contest in this qualifying final. From the middle, Hickmont tries to get it away. It can't do so. An opportunity now for Steve Wallace to take the hand pass, but only as far as Brown, who marks on half-back, then goes wide to the outer side. Good spoil by Costa, but it finishes with Liam Pickering. Pickering goes round his body, up over centre wing. Fine attempt there by Riccardi, who's having a fine season. Mensch caught, gives it to Couch. Couch caught, loses the football, but they recover again. They're backing up and supporting. It's marvellous to watch. Here goes Couch, threading it up towards Ablett. He marks! These fans are being treated to something special by Gary Ablett. Short chip to Wills. Will it be allowed? No, no, no. So Ablett for number 6. And
once again it was Bairstow and Couch in the middle of the ground. At least Wallace stood side by side him at the start of the bounce. Already the skipper's got his hands on it twice this quarter.
Ablett, 20 metres out, right forward pocket. I think he's missed.
He's going to have a look at
it. A blemish. 8-4, plays 3-3.
That man is human after all. But looks like Denny Southern on him, Gerard. Well, he's in for a tough night, Denny Southern now, as we see Barry Stanfield flying from the back. Now, here's David Mensch onto the left boot. Bring in towards half-forward. Bit of good mark taken by Mark Hunter, getting into that hole at half-back. Now, he gives it across. This is Jason Watts. Looks very much like Mark Hunter. Liberatore. On to Costa, who's had a terrific season this South Australian. He's very, very quick. Great smother by Billy Brownless. Well played by Billy. On to Pickering. Pickering to Wills. Wills onto the left boot. Settles it. Down towards the pocket. Given away by Watts to Southern. Back towards Watts. And I think both those Footscray players happy to see the line.
Let's go down to Dipper.
Well, Sandy, the big fella's having his ankle retaped. He did twist it 2 weeks ago, but he will be back on the ground shortly.
That's good news then. For Bulldog fans, they need something going for them at the moment. Mensch, Ablett comes over the top. We know what he can do in that situation. Hunter, a hurried kick towards the half-back line. Stanfield marks. Kicks up towards centre wing. West is there. Tanner is there.
And I noticed Tony Liberatore 2 minutes ago just ran from the forward pocket up into the action. We saw him get that kick. Footscray now playing with only 2 men in the 50.
Stanfield goes for a second bite at the cherry. Couch sweeps the hand pass towards Tanner. Claimed, but he gets Atkins. Ball spills free towards West. Footscray go over the centre. They want goals and they want them smartly. Wallace forced into spoiling. Does so well. Pushing towards the line was Nigel Keller. And another throw in, but just in Footscray's attacking zone.
Keller on for his first run this evening. Plenty of pace added to the Footscray side when he gets a run.
Ball at half forward for the Bulldogs. Now, didn't look to be much in that. Who's he paid it? Who's he paid it to? Barnes. Just looked nothing in that at all as he gives it across to Hinkley. Hinkley to the half forward line. The pack develops. Keenan Reynolds puts his body in front as he normally does. Hickmott is there. Scott West, now Reynolds, thumps it clear. Taken by Riccardi, it was almost a throw. Tanner gets it to Pickering, the former North Melbourne player, down towards Ablett. Oh, this is champagne foot forward played by the champ. He's kicked 5 and going for his 6th from 30 metres directly in front. Too quick for Danny Southern then.
Yes, well, Danny, in his first year, he's an inexperienced player, obviously, and he's up against the hottest man in football who's at his absolute best. Keenan Reynolds has also moved from attack down onto Big Billy.
Is this going to be goal number 6? Gary Ablett directly in front. Oh, don't tell me he's missed another one.
Yes.
Oh, he's missed. He won't like that from directly in front. I mean, that should be a soda for a player of his ability.
It is just opening it up a little bit for Footscray. If those last 2 had gone through, you'd probably say good night, 1 and all. But still a chance, only 5 goals down.
At 5, plays 3-3. Stanfield in front, but fisted away. West close to the boundary line and over.
Not sure how long it takes to tape an ankle, or if they're re-shotting Big Ilya Grigging. I know one thing, they've got to get him back out in that ground.
Mensch and Kretiuk out the back with Bairstow and Costa. Push towards Barnes. Bit of slapping going on there. Stanfield shrugs the tackle eventually. Kicks towards half forward. Hanley, the spoiler, and over the line. Well, it's just about complete. Jared, to bring you up to date.
It was a reshot. Ink.
And Big Elia, no doubt, be back to try and make his presence felt. Beveridge also spelling on the bench at the moment. Tanner gets the hand pass out to Riccardi. Quickly gets boot to ball, but straight up and down. Hunter over the top, an effective spoil. Tanner again gets the hand pass away. This is Brewer. Wobbles it down towards half forward. Mensch, beautiful pickup. Back to Brewer. Shane Brewer's dangerous in front of goal. Kicks in towards full forward. Billy! Couldn't take the mark. They recover. Footscray will try and run it away, but it's not out yet. Mensch round his body. Bends it back. From behind.
That was nearly a bad skill error, costing a goal.
Hand pass perhaps.
Yes, Rowan Smith didn't hit the targets, and under this sort of pressure, you normally pay. He was fortunate to get away with it. Ilya Grigic up and running on the boundary, so perhaps there was a bit of an ankle ligament damage there.
Yeah, so they'd have to be injured. Oh yes, he's finding it hard to jump on the boundary line. As we see the ball kicked to the half-back line, punched away by Barnes. Scott West is doing all right. Chips it in towards centre wing. Taken by Croft.
Look.
Oh, badly passed by Croft. Gee, you can't afford skill errors in this level of football. Couch is there. Croft tries to make amends. Still going on. That's much better. Well played by Croft. He made up for it and brings it down towards Osborne. A good mark. A very good mark. What are you looking at me like that for, Jared? You don't think it was?
Well, I thought it was right on the borderline, and fair enough, the umpire, he probably did control.
Oh, that's a mark. His own man crashed into him, Grant.
Yeah, but you don't get it for your own man trying to crash it. Very much borderline decision.
Well, I would have paid it, personally. I thought he had a good grip of it. So Richard Osborne directly in front. Luke Beveridge coming onto the ground as Richard Osborne kicks from 40 metres. What's he done? Don't tell me he's missed that. He has. And they cannot afford misses at this stage.
No, certainly not. When you're 32 points behind, it was Kretiuk that came off the ground. So Footscray are really throwing their whole side around.
So both sides squandering a couple of opportunities that could have proved very, very valuable. Free kick to the Dogs. They'll get a chance through Stanfield to go in again. He's a long way out, some 80 metres. Grant stops at half forward. O'Reilly gets the punch away. Good smother. They should be able to clear. Steve Hocking has a look. Came back through the reserves. Gives it to Tanner, who goes to Wills. He can go over the top here. This could spell trouble. Brewer, if he gets clear, look out. Shane Brewer pushes it forward for Hickmott. But there's some holding on. But Brewer offended. And it will go to Footscray on half-back to be taken by Wallace. Kicks back towards centre wing. Colbert. A push out.
It's that last one of Will should have been a handball, not a chip kick.
Barry Stanfield at half-back. Crosses the centre wing area. Oh, Geelong player got into his teammates back then. And Steve Hocking allows it to roll over the line in front of the Melbourne Members Pavilion. Very impressive display this by the Cats. They lead by 32 points. A couple of quick goals and the Bulldogs will be back in it. Here's Cameron down towards Grant. Grant, oh, brilliant mark by Grant. That is a top mark against quality opposition.
Yes, he's actually hasn't had many opportunities, but when he's gone for the ball, he certainly has looked as if he's ready in his own mind for a big evening. And if Footscray can get the ball down there enough, I'm sure he'll deliver. In fact, it was Jason Watts that was taken off the ground, not Stephen Kretiuk.
So Chris Grant will kick from a 45-degree angle. They need it. Oh, it starts to swing back to the sneak in for a goal. No, yes! So that's his first, and boy, That was a badly needed one. 8-6 to 4-4. And when you look at the scoreboard, they're not that far out of it.
Now that's what we were saying earlier, those couple of easy misses from Gary Ablett. It's difficult to criticise a fellow that's already kicked half a dozen goals, or 5 in fact. But all goals are costly when they don't go through. That makes sense.
Can the Dogs mount a challenge? Will Geelong answer? At the moment, Croft tries to get it away. Hanley, almost soccer tactics that didn't work. Wallace in trouble, but he spins out of it, down to half forward. They get the next couple, they're back in this with a vengeance. Steve Hocking, a handball out in front. Richard Osborne shows dash. Atkins, determination. Gives Leon Cameron a chance. 60 metres out. And now from 50, he kicks in towards full forward. Grant is there, O'Reilly with him, and together they see it over the line.
That's great play, O'Reilly. I thought Grant had him gone then, didn't you, Terry?
Yeah, he had the set position. He did look as if he only had to nudge him out, but good strength from O'Reilly.
From the throw-in. Smothered on Keller.
Hinkley. Pickering.
So Liam Pickering from the back pocket. Just chips over the top and finds Brown. He goes in towards Barnes, not a good kick. And Rowan Smith will take a free kick.
There's a lot of courage shown by Smith.
Rowan Smith. In towards half forward, and look at the fist of O'Reilly.
He's not a bad fullback. He's an old-fashioned type fullback, isn't he? Minds his man, big punch away.
Very disciplined.
As he develops, so Geelong will want him to be more attacking.
Fisted down to Atkins. He's just inside 50. Somehow gets a kick down towards full forward. Brown forced to defend. Cameron does the roving work. Can he bend this one back? Around he comes. What a kick by Leon Cameron. Oh, they're coming back. Cameron gets his first, and the Dogs get their fifth.
Great solo performance by Cameron. There you see Atkins, who's obviously now playing on Paul Couch in the middle, just throwing it onto the boot, hoping for the best. And the best is exactly what he got, because this is probably goal of the night so far.
The Bulldogs are coming back. Barnes tries the back flick. A quick kick out of the centre by Costa. Down towards the half-forward line. Beveridge used his body well. Well played, Osborne. Was he grabbed? Oh, boy. Well, he's been ping-bowling the ball. I thought very, very tough, because he got in the back, was it? He jumped into his back. Could have been play on. Centre wing. Billy Brownless at the back. They've really lifted the Bulldogs. They needed to, and they're giving Alan Joyce something now. There's Smith and Wills. Wills is attacked from all angles. They're appealing for holding the ball, and the umpire having none of that. John Russo says it's my ball, and he's going to reverse this. He was going to bounce it. Now a free kick to Wills. Well, I don't know about that. Wills from half forward. Where's Ablett? Where's Brownless? Ablett's there, and Billy Brownless. And there's Minch coming across the front. And is he playing the mark? I think he is. Yes, mark the Minch. 25 metres out.
I reckon that one was very borderline also. Let's have another look. How long has he actually got hold of this for? The same basket as Osborne's, I thought.
He had a good camera shot of that one. I think you'd have to say it was a doubtful mark, but he's got it nevertheless, and he's having a shot for goal from 20 metres. David Minch puts it through. That's his first, and the Geelong fans are happy about that. 9-6 to 5-4.
Well, they did need that one, because certainly Footscray were looking a more competitive unit. Actually won the last couple of centre bounce takeaways. They're going to have to win a few more. A little bit fortunate there for David Minch, who missed an easy one in the first quarter, but converted well on that occasion.
26 points the margin, just on 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Barnes and Stanfield go at it again. Won by Stanfield, Couch can't get it out of the middle. Has the ball held. Beautifully picked up by Leanne Pickering. Found form several weeks ago in the reserves and was elevated into the senior position. There's two Geelong players down behind play. Looks as though they've crashed into each other. They're up now. Couch is one and Hickmont the other, I believe. At half forward, and there's going to be a Geelong free kick to be taken by Brewer. Shane Brewer, look at the pass! Over the top it goes. Ablett came steaming out at 100 miles an hour. Wallace gets caught. Reynolds gets the hand pass away. Oh. It's starting to liven up a bit here, and they better be careful.
Well, Kim Costa involved there with Mark Bestow. Kim Costa's gone off Gary Hocking and onto Mark Bestow, the man that's done most of the damage.
Play goes on. Barnes down to Riccardi. Peter Riccardi gets clear now. Threads the hand pass through. Down goes the Bestow. Gives it to Pickering. A hurried step in towards goal. No one home. Mark taken by Wallace.
Wallace is a great player for Footscray. Every week he puts in, very rarely lets him down as he looks for Atkins. Atkins marks at half back. They need a couple of quick goals, the Bulldogs. That's the way to play the MCG. 60-metre kick to half forward. Steve Hocking there. He's racing after it. Oh, Colbert's caught. Vincey Hickley gets it further afield to Hanley. They're working hard in defence, Geelong. The Bulldogs are after them. Richard Osborne is there. Good play by Footscray. They had numbers at the ball. Hip and shoulder by Chris Grant on Brownless.
Gee, she's warmed up a bit, Dipper.
This game is alive, I tell you. But Gary Hocker's in a bit of trouble on the bench here. Looks like he's put a hamstring.
Well, that's bad news for Geelong. Stanfield couldn't take it from the throw-in, neither could Couch, but Bairstow can. Down towards centre wing. Southern won't get there in time. And the throw-in will take place. There's another Geelong player down again. That's Bairstow.
Just a smack in the tummy, I think, that one. He'll be right, just winded.
Throw-in. And from the throw-in, Will's kick smothered. Down towards half forward, Liberatore gets the hand pass away. Chance for Hunter to get the kick up towards half forward. Hanley and Brown both fly for Geelong. Neither can take it. The ball spills free. Picked up by Cameron. Goes over the top. He wanted Osborne. Didn't get a favourable bounce initially. Second time he did. Richard Osborne from 60 metres. Pulls it round his body. In towards full forward. O'Reilly does beautifully to Hinckley. And Kenny Hinckley, like a steamship, cruises out of defence, goes in towards the middle. It beats just about everyone, including Tanner and Mensch. A chance for Croft now. He goes to half forward. Cameron! Leon Cameron from 60 metres. Goes long in towards full forward. Plenty of pushing and shoving. And the umpire's going to let it go. And now he calls for the football.
You can see Keenan Reynolds has come off Billy Brownless. He's gone down into attack for Footscray. I thought Grant a little bit hard done by.
Hanley's in trouble. Geelong players are going down like 9 pins. Into the pocket they go. Reynolds and Colbert. Here's a snap. There should be a goal. Nigel Keller kicks his first. The Cats are in a bit of strife and the Dogs are coming back.
They're starting to bargain. I saw the Geelong physio there just indicating that Hanley will have to come off the ground. He's obviously done his ankle, I think it is. And let's have a look at it. There's a push in the back from Grant on Riley. Hanley unbalanced. He goes down and grabs his ankle.
It's becoming a very physical game.
Stretcher coming out for this chap coming off the ground.
Oh, that's rotten luck. Gee, Geelong have got some injuries.
Beveridge coming off for Footscray. Ilya Grigic going back on. So all of a sudden it's a war of attrition with both Gary Hocking and Handley not being able to probably take any further part in this game.
And Grigic is limping on and looks like he's going down the forward line.
Let's go back down to Dipper.
Yes, and as I said before, this game is definitely alive. It really is tough football down here. But Hanley has done the same ankle as he did about 6 or 7 weeks ago. In the same situation, at that time, he came off on a stretcher as well.
Well, Footscray definitely lifted, Gerard. They're going in very, very hard.
Well, they're more positive in the middle. They've got Simon Atkins, their best offensive centreman, currently playing there. And he's playing wide of Paul Couch. And is giving them a little bit of drive. He's had 5 possessions since he coming onto the ground. And it's Lee Tudor that's going to replace Stephen Handley. Tony Liberatore, he's also starting in at the centre bounce takeaways. So Footscray are getting a little bit more what is their most attacking centre square lineup. And when you're getting flogged as badly as they were in the first 40 minutes of this game, why not? You've got nothing else. And there's another look at that incident.
Well, it's like a casualty war down on the boundary line at the moment.
Well, they're only 20 points behind now, which is not a lot in modern-day football.
There's 3 injured players because, of course, Mansfield left the ground earlier. The Dogs are fired up. They're throwing everything at the Cats as Barnes tries to win it, but straight to Atkins. Look at that kick. But there's a free kick, and it's going to come back, way back to the centre. It will be Liberatore who'll take it.
It's Gary Ablett back with Crediuk. So Footscray back to their original starting lineup in defence.
Here's Liberatore to half forward. Oh, and a good mark taken by Keenan Reynolds.
You'll notice, Sandy, every time Reynolds in front.
And a vice-like grip on that ball.
Here's a long kick.
From 53 metres. Well, that's a lovely drop punt. Just about made it, touched on the line. We're going to have a game on our hands in the second half, Jared.
Well, it really is with the advent of 3 injured players who probably won't come back onto the ground. Just another classic advertisement for more interchange players.
Gary Hocking will be a huge loss to Geelong. He is a champion player, as we know, as O'Reilly brings it to the half-back line. Barnes flies at the back, tries to flick it over. Here's Couch, weaving his way through the pack. Gets it back, and it's kicked by Brown towards centre wing.
Oh.
Barnes, was he caught high? The umpire said play on. It could have been holding the ball. Here's Tudor. Back towards Couch, and Couch lets it roll over the line. So it's on centre wing. Here's Johnny Barnes, who has dominated the hit-outs. Now, see who that is down. That's Handley, in fact, getting attention.
Mansfield is running on the boundary line, so obviously Malcolm Blight sent a message down just to find out how Michael Mansfield is and whether he can go back out to the ground.
So the bounce on centre wing. Oh, Barnes gets front position to knock it away. Liberatore playing a great game. He's working overtime. Oh, Barnes went in after it. Now he back flicks it. The Bulldog player's going in very hard. Whose kick is it? It's Geelong's kick.
Tanner.
And it will go to Tanner. Grant Tanner on centre wing. This quarter's been fast and ferocious. Here's Billy Brownless. Hasn't done a lot. Hunter goes to ground. He's got to try and get in a hand pass. Back it comes to Wallace. Wallace always good in the crisis. Wins it to the centre of the ground. Keenan Reynolds in front again. Taken away by Nigel Callett. On to Cameron. He sprints clear. Leon Cameron. He's kicked the ripper. The Bulldogs are right back in this contest. Cameron has kicked 2.
They've got their problems, Geelong, and one of them is now becoming Leon Cameron, who's on the half-forward flank for Footscray and really has had a major input in this quarter. Nice flick there from Callett, a quick handball and a great finish from Cameron.
2 goals this quarter to Leon Cameron. Dogs are back in business. Bairstow couldn't take it away from the middle. Neither could Johnson, but Atkins tries to slap it forward to accommodate Johnson. Under pressure. The hand pass is wide with a running Stanfield. And look at him lope away. Then pass in towards half forward. Grant unable to take it, but they pounce upon it. Reynolds was in there. The Geelong defence now being put under enormous pressure with Osmond going in strongly. Bounce to take place. 47 plays 60.
Therein lies the change in the fortunes of this game. The centre bounce, that's what controls the scoreboard.
Big men lock arms. No one can get it away, however. He usually does finish with the ball, though, Tony Liberatore.
He gets into those packs. He tries his heart out, the little fella.
It's unbelievable. Look at him at the bottom there with Bairstow. And he's just checking that his nose is okay. As we go back to the action. And a free kick's been picked out of this. It's going to go to Bairstow. towards centre wing. Brewer shields his eyes from the light, but Brown's in front and he takes a timely mark, hands it off to Tanner. Grant Tanner, the ex-South Australian, kicks to half forward. No one able to take it. Brownless was the target. Wallace spins out of trouble. He's had a busy turn. Kicks in towards the centre, but Pickering is there. Free kick, however. Gone against Bairstow. He's not happy with the result. There's no way he'll change it. Footscray coming back strongly. On all fours is Brown. He may pay for that. Kellett also. Could have been in the back. Riccardi couldn't take it. Grant shows more desperation. Gets it away to Reynolds, who tumbles a punt in towards big Ilya Grigic. Mench is there. And was that deliberate over the line? It wasn't very subtle, but there will be a throw-in.
Geelong champ Gary Hocking. If that's a hamstring injury, that's rotten luck to the Cats, because hamstrings are normally a couple of weeks. Geelong by 13 points. The Bulldogs showing a lot of character to get back into this game. Here's a hand pass coming out towards Hinkley. That was from Colbert. Hinkley onto the left boot. Well, he ran a long way in the finish. Chips it in towards centre wing, and Lee Tudor takes the mark. Off he goes, Tudor, towards half forward, hoping someone can take a mark. Oh, good mark to Croft, who's lifted his game also. As we see the two number twos pushing and shoving. Croft to half forward. Up they go. Is that a mark to the youngster Johnson? No, it came off the Geelong player, the umpire said. No mark.
Geelong have now got a problem across centre half forward, because they started with all their big men on the ground, with Handley going off. Mench has had to go down to cover Ilya Grigic. So they're one big man short across the half forward line. 2.5
minutes remaining. Atkins passes beautifully. Grant will have a shot. Almost 47 metres out.
That was a classical kick, Gerard.
Great kick and a great mark out in front, and he does look sharp tonight, Chris Grant.
You love those ones in front of the eyes, don't you?
That is really the only way to take the football. Have a look at this. This is perfect for any young fellow wanting to emulate a Champion League footballer. You saw it on screen.
From 47 metres, he's got it. Here come the Dogs. 2 to Chris Grant, both this term. And look at that scoreboard, 9-6, plays 8-5.
Well, I predicted Grant will end up with a big bang, because I haven't seen him looking as sharp for some time. He really is doing everything that the great full forwards like Peter McKenna have done in the big games.
You wouldn't believe it. 7 points now the margin as the Bulldogs go in again. Atkins has really lifted his game. He's taking over in the centre. And Richard Osborne marks. Boy, if they race down and get a goal here, they'll be 1 point behind. Here's Chris Grant. Up he goes. No mark. O'Reilly's after him. And O'Reilly punches it back towards the line. That's good full-back play. Good defensive football.
Well, the balance of power is so fine that you really can't afford to lose 3 top players, and you would have to expect Footscray to get back into this game.
Just over a minute remaining in the first half. Barnes swats it with the right hand down towards Tanner, who lost it to Liberatore.
Having said that, Geelong has had a bit of a history of getting away to big leads and then squandering them.
On centre wing. Stanfield beaten by Barnes, down to Cameron, who's had a big quarter. That was his 9th kick. Down to half forward. Reynolds, I think, may have interfered. He did, said the umpire. So Colbert spent part of the week at the hairdressers, gives it away to O'Reilly. And with no one coming at him, he's able to bounce his way through half back and kick it up towards Brownless. He's had no effect in this quarter. Pickering shows dash. A free kick has gone back to Brownless. Danny Southern cannot believe it. There didn't look to be a lot in it. But nevertheless, he goes down towards the half-forward line. That's a good kick, and Mench drops back to take the mark. Ablett saying head for goal. Hickmott is down there too. But Geelong have added only 1 goal, 3 this quarter. So Mench is going to have a shot after the siren. And as it turns out, it's a pretty important kick.
Sounds like there's a few Bulldog supporters here.
They might have been quiet in the first term, but they've come to life. He's kicked into the man on the mark. He's given away 50. He's given it away. He went over the mark. So you can just about put it down. The wry smile almost coming from the face of David Minch.
Just have a look at how many steps over the mark does Big Elliot take. Right into the gloves.
So he's right in front. And that's a goal.
A costly way to finish a half where Footscray had taken back the ascendancy, but they've perhaps given it away with that mistake.
It does take a little bit of the gloss off what has been an excellent fighting quarter for Footscray. David Minch finished with 2 goals, in fact, for the term. But at half-time, this has turned into a good contest. Geelong 10-6, 66. A leading Footscray 8-5, 53.